Chica Garcia coming to you live from the Horizon XS chopper. That's right, we have a chopper. We're flying high over Mexico to see one superstar driver take on the fury of the Gran Caldera volcano. Don't go anywhere.
Looks like you're attracting the local news.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Respawn. We're getting back into the swing of things here with a review of Forza Horizon 5. The channel took a bit of a break there for a bit, but we are ready to move forward with some new content for you all to enjoy. There's a lot headed our way these next few months, so there's lots to cover. Towards the end of the review, I'll be discussing what's headed your way next on the channel, so without further ado, enjoy the review. So, I've been playing Forza Horizon 5 for about a week now. And before we get into things, it's important to note that the gameplay you're watching is coming from an Xbox Series X that is set to performance mode. When you start the game for the first time, you are prompted to choose between a quality mode or a performance mode, and I went with a performance mode for a higher frame rate. And while I have to say this is probably one of the best looking open world racing games that I've ever played, and one of the best performing ones as well. Over a year into the Xbox Series X's life, we're getting some hard-hitting gems here that really show what the console was made for. From the beginning, I was really impressed, and I have to say I'm enjoying the game a lot more than I initially thought I would. This time the game is set in Mexico, and as usual you spend your time taking part in the Forza Horizon Festival activities that are more diverse and fun than they ever have been. From the standard cross-country races, which is what I think I enjoy the most, to rally races, expeditions around erupting volcanoes, which are really cool and that explores some of the dynamic weather as well. You even end up conducting research for universities with different vehicles as well. Barn finds are also back and they make the world feel really lived in as well. In addition to getting new cars through barn finds, you also earn them as you progress through the game's main quests, as well as through wheel spins that you earn very often. In wheel spins, you can win cash or cosmetics for your car or characters. The prizes range from pretty good to like mittens for your character or like new shoes or whatever. So it's pretty hit or miss with the type of unlocks, but you can get some really cool stuff from it. And as I said earlier, you earn them really quickly. When I go to check my wheel spins, I'll just check in to see how many I have, and I have 5 or 6 that are waiting for me. So that is a good way to earn new things in the game as well. There are over 500 cars in the game this time around, and they all, of course, handle and sound different from one another. There's zero chance that your favorite car of all time won't be in the game. They really hit everything here as usual, and like in the games before, you can tune your car exactly how you want it to perform. And if you're not much of a gearhead, you can download tuning setups that other players have already put together. And that's usually how you find the perfect setups and how to get most out of your cars. And the same goes for designs and decals. You can download or create your own to apply to your car as well. The game progresses through seasons that are done phenomenally as well, and that is something we've also got in the game before, but everything is just improved on here to make a really refined experience. There are certain cars you can earn for progressing through each season as you earn points, cash, and XP. There's really just so much for you to do here and you'll never get bored. And before you even log in to play with your friends for the first time as well, the single player world blends seamlessly with the multiplayer experience as the Horizon games usually do, and I like that. It's done in a way where the other players are there but they can't interfere with your gameplay in any way at all. I don't really have many gripes about the game at all. Everything is hitting exactly how I expected it to, except maybe the clunky cutscenes and character animations that come up sometimes as you play through the campaign. Actually, you know what? Quite often you get some of these quick cutscenes, but they don't overstep. And in them, the characters look pretty like dead in the eyes, like there's not much going on. Just the facial animation isn't really up to par, but it's something I can forgive. It's kind of understandable coming from a game where it's that's obviously not the main focus of the game, and it only takes up a very small fraction of the game. The writing itself is actually pretty clever and entertaining. I don't mind listening to the radio stations too. There are a couple radio stations that I do like in the game that play some familiar music as well, so it's really cool when a song comes on that you know. The hosts of the show give out some pretty important information about the world as well, and I really like that, and it's pretty entertaining. There's a constant there is a constant flow of content here and things to do. There's really no excuse to be bored unless you just aren't really into racing games at all. But the Horizon series has always been my favorite because of the freedom and the maps that are built like especially diverse. And they always have long stretches of highway for you to break your personal top speed and hit those speed traps in. The map is fleshed out with deserts and jungles for you to get your off-roading game on also, which is really fun here as well. I was doing some of those cool missions in one of the new Ford Broncos and a couple different Jeeps, and it really feels great. That's something I'm not usually into in these games, but I was actually enjoying it a lot this time around. There is really something here for everyone, and the same goes for supercars and hypercars. They're of course something you need to work up to, but you know, it's all here. You earn money in the game at a decent pace as well. I don't think the game would be as fun if you just unlock the best and craziest cars right out the gate. The game does give you a few great cars right out the gate when you log in for the first time, just to get you settled, and the map you have to drive them on is huge, and it's a really important part of the game, and it's gonna take me a long time to discover everything that is set down for us to find. I do think that this is my favorite Horizon map to date. As I said earlier, it's super diverse, but in games like this, like, it is important to have long stretches of road that cover a lot of the map, and that's what I want most. And we do get a lot of that here, as along with like airports with those runways where you can just clock it down going really fast, but you also get those tight-knit cities too. I'll be definitely playing this game hardcore for the next few weeks, you know, getting everything out of it that I can before the next big Xbox exclusive heads our way, Halo Infinite, that drops next month, I think on the 9th. So I'm going to be chipping away at this one while I wait for that one, and you know what? Something actually that would be really sweet in this game would be having a Spotify radio station where you could like sync up your Spotify account in the game, so it's like on a station. That would be cool. It's not here though. Of course, I guess it's not a big deal because there is an integrated Spotify app on the Xbox, but that would still be a pretty cool feature. You know, other than that, I don't really know what else to say. What we got here is another great Horizon game, and as usual, if you got an Xbox and you're looking to take advantage of this one, you really should. And if you have Game Pass, it's an absolute no-brainer as well. It runs amazing on the Series X, and I heard the same goes for the Series S as well. Thanks for everyone for watching. It feels great to be back, and we're going to have videos coming your way more consistently now. Thanks for all your patience, and stay tuned to Respawn for more gaming and entertainment news and content.